All right, fellas. NFL website played a virtual season 25 times or something like that. Here's what the Lions' record is going to be. They predict. Is this good enough for you, fellas? The Lions will finish this season 10-7 and win the NFC North. Now I see you already look like you got gas, so this is not good enough for you.
No.
The Lions finish 10-7, win the NFC North. Is that good enough?
Winning the NFC North is good, but I want them 10-7. They won 9 games last year, right?
Yeah.
I mean, let's shoot for like 12, like 13. Like,
what difference does it make?
A big difference.
You got a home playoff game, which they haven't had in 30 years.
So we just want to be mediocre then.
You win the NFC North, which they haven't done. The only way you can win the Super Bowl, I'm not going to say the only way, but 90% of the time, the only way you can win the Super Bowl is if you win your division.
Very true.
So if you finish 10-7, win your division, isn't that good enough?
I mean, that's decent, but I expect them to win at least 12 games. Right, Spinmo?
I got them at 11.
Oh, God, Spinmo.
When I broke down the schedule, I got them at 11. But
I agree with him. That's what I did.
Yeah.
I did the whole schedule thing. I came up with 11.
Flannel, what you think?
I got them at 11 as well, and kind of like Spenny, I broke down the schedule. They do have a lot of tough road games at Kansas City, at the Chargers, at the Cowboys, at New Orleans, and I think they will lose one random home game that they're not supposed to. 11-6 and winning the division, to me, that is where they're at, and that is just fine for the regular season.
Okay, 11 okay.
All right, let me lay something out for you young fellas. In the National Football League, and this is not a Lions thing, this is an NFL thing. However good you think your team is going to be, they're not going to be that good. They're going to be 1 or 2 games short, maybe 5 games short. That's just that's the NFL.
So this even adds more fuel to my fire. Because think your team is going to win the Super Bowl.
Which they're not. But you can keep thinking that.
the Lions win the Super Bowl, I'll run naked through the streets of Birmingham.
Now don't say that.
No, he'll do it.
Because you're not going to do it.
Oh,
He'll do it. He'll do it.
And then when we press you and say, you better do this, you're going to get pissed. You're going to want to fight somebody. You're going to smack somebody in the face. Oh, no, I was halfway kidding.
No, I'll do
Don't
it.
say it unless you mean it.
I also got a bet on the line. If the Lions win the NFC North, I have to get a Dan Campbell tattoo on my thigh.
On your kneecap?
Yeah. Well, it's right above my kneecap. It's going to be his face.
How
right on
much
my
money
thigh.
are you willing to put on the Lions right now to win the NFC North?
I put a lot of money on it.
That's what I'm talking about, Spinmo.
No. I don't want to hear a lot of money. I want to hear an exact figure. Because a lot of money could be $5 for some people and $1,000
Well,
for
whatever
others.
a lot of money is to Spinmo, he'll put that up.
I put $2,000 on the line.
There you go.
Okay.
Let's
There you
go.
Now that's talking.
Yeah.
Now, how much would you put up for them to get to the Super Bowl?
$2.
Dude, and that makes sense too.
$2.
You know what? That's the right bet. 2,000 to win the division.
Stomp not scared. Stomp not scared.
$2
Stomp not scared.
to go to the Super Bowl.
Scared.
Stomp not scared. Stomp not scared.
You don't
Stomp
want to
not
lose his money.
scared.
Yeah.
Stomp not scared.
What seems to be happening is the closer we get to the season, the more reluctant are the Lions fans to be all in.
Now they're never going to be all in, and they never were all in. Okay, I've called Lion fans stupid,
Oh God!
and I mean it. They have been stupid in the past. They ain't not that damn dumb. There's more expectations, and there should be. They think this team is going to be better, and it will be.
Okay.
But when you're talking about Super Bowl,
It's like a buzzword.
unless they're kicking Philadelphia and San Francisco out the division or out the conference, unless it's the NFC North is going to get a free pass to the Super Bowl, that's the only way they can do that.
So remember when Eli Manning took the Giants to 2 Super Bowl wins?
Yeah, but it took somebody getting the football flattened on their helmet for that to happen.
But T-False, every year we watch the Super Bowl, there is a play that happens that we go, oh, they got lucky, right?
Sure.
So why can't it be the Lions?
Because the Lions don't get luck. They get bad luck. All right, let me go through the lines. Because you were in Jackson, Mississippi. They've had a lineman get hit by a truck in his front yard. They have had a player die on the field.
Oh, gosh.
They have had players paralyzed on the field. They've had all kinds of stuff happen. They've had the most incompetent front office in professional sports. That's a lot to overcome.
Well, here's how I look at it, because growing up in Mississippi, I was fortunate enough to watch the New Orleans Saints have a 0-16 season. And they had paper bags over their head. They were the Aints. We watched the Aints climb from obscurity to win a Super Bowl. So if that can happen there, it can happen anywhere. Right?
It could. And you know what? In your case, do you know what they used to call the Seattle Seahawks?
What?
The Lions of the Northwest. They've been to a Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah, so
But here's my philosophy. The Lions finally got it right. The first year in which they can actually do something about it, they're not going to go to the Super Bowl. I'm not saying it couldn't happen 3 years from now, or 4 years from now, or 5 years from now. But right here, right now, ain't happening.
wow. Just dampen their hopes. Just poor Lions. You guys don't have a chance in hell to ever get to the Super Bowl.
No. You're not listening.
No, you said in the next 5 years, so I'm
Okay.
predicated off of that. You said in the next 5 years, they
But
don't
that's
have a
not
chance.
forever.
To them it is, because even when that 5 years come up, they're going to still be crawfishing back to, oh no, we're not going to do it. So it's a never-ending trend. When is the trend going to be broken? Like
When it actually happens.
The players they have now know nothing about the same old Lions. They don't know. They don't give a damn about that.
No, you're right. But I've been in our locker room a many years, and I used to hear this crap all the time. Well, what happened 20 years ago? I was no part of that. Then they turn around and do the same damn thing.
But do you think these guys are like that from what we've seen so
And
far?
they shouldn't be, no, because
Exactly.
they're actually competent.
There you go.
They actually have talent.
There you go. In saying all that, where's the faith to have the nuts to say we can get to the Super Bowl?
They can get to the Super Bowl in 2, 3, 4, or 5
Oh,
years.
God.
That's not happening this year.
My nuts have been castrated with the Lions.
Once again, spin mode.
Spinbo's been neutered.
Okay, spin mode.
I'm a Lions
How much
eunuch.
money did you say you're gonna put on them to make the Super Bowl this year?
$2.
$2. And how much to win the NFC? North?
$2,000.
$2,000. I think he nailed it. He ain't from Jackson, Mississippi, bro. You don't have that crap all over you. You don't have the scars. You're not weather beaten. You haven't been beaten up like this man has. Because you in Jackson, Mississippi, having a good time.
Spinbo, it's time to stand up.
In my entire life, they've never won a playoff
I
game.
don't care. It's time to stop tucking your tails, grow some nuts, stand up, beat your chest, and say, screw it, we're going to win the damn Super Bowl.
I said it yesterday. If the Red
do
Wings or the Pistons were in similar situations where they're coming off a great year, had a bunch of hype behind them, I'm there. I'm all in. I've been to Red Wings parades. I've been to Pistons parades. Lions have never won a division or a playoff game in my life.
It doesn't matter, man. Things change. The Cincinnati Bengals went to the Super Bowl.
They got Joe Burrow.
Yeah, but they'd already been to the Super Bowl, and they had Joe Burrow.
When was the last time they went to the Super Bowl?
Iggy Shuffle.
But they won 1,000 years ago. We don't even remember. People don't even.
They
If it
went.
wasn't for the damn commercial, nobody would know who Icky is.
They went.
That was a good commercial.
But still, they were the Bengals.
I know,
the
but
Bengals.
they had to get rid of my man before they could go to the Super Bowl.
So the Lions have cleansed their souls. We have new
And you may see
leadership.
it in 3 or 4 years.
Hey, okay. If that's
Second
what you
season
Lion
this
fans want to believe, hey, more power to you. Good luck. Keep cheering mediocrity.
No, they're
Keep
not
being
cheering
happy.
mediocrity.
Keep being happy with.
If they win the division, how's that mediocrity?
I mean, I'm just used to people trying to win it all.
Yeah,
You know who
Joe
else was not-
Montana and Steve Young, Jerry Rice must be nice.
Right. You know who else? And this is going to fuel Lindsay. You know who else was not supposed to win the championship?
Who?
The 2004 Detroit Pistons.
That's my point.
Lakers were supposed to drag your asses up and down the court.
And the crazy part about it, because there are a lot of, I don't know how this happened, but there are a lot of Laker fans in Detroit.
Yes, Kobe fans. They're Kobe fans.
Yeah.
But they're still Laker fans though, because they
Right.
still cheer for them. Which I don't understand. It's just crazy to me. So, and I talk to some of these guys, and because I always remind them what we did to them by dismantling that so-called dynasty. But they were like, oh yeah, Lakers in 4, maybe 5 if the Pistons get lucky. And I was like, dude, they never had a chance against us. But nobody else believed it. But us. Nobody else believed it.
Well, you know who got on the bandwagon really late?
Who?
I did. when before the series, I said they're gonna clown the Pistons, but they sent me to L.A. to interview Kobe Bryant, Phil Jackson, Karl Malone, and this team was so unfocused. When I
Who?
came
The
back, the
Lakers?
Lakers.
No, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit.
When
We whooped
I
that.
came back,
We whooped that ass. They got
No,
to the
you-
finals.
you
they
whooped
were
that
focused
ass.
enough to get there. So I don't want to hear about them. They were
But why?
focused
When I
enough-
came back, I said, you know what? The Pistons gonna win the series.
after we split in LA.
No, before the series began. When I went out there and talked to these clowns and they didn't know their names, I said, Pistons not gonna lose to these fools. Kobe and Shaq were fighting. The glove was old. Karl Malone.
Here we go. I've heard
Was
this song
old.
and dance before. They weren't old enough to get there. Nobody said that before they got there. Everybody was like, oh, they're going to sweep the Pistons. I didn't hear one solitary single word about them being old when they got to the finals. All I heard was, oh, man, there's no way that the Pistons can beat. They got Karl Malone, they got Gary Payton, they got Kobe, they got Shaq, they got
Karl Malone
all
wasn't
these
Karl Malone.
That's his name, right? Daddy called him Karl, Mama called him Karl, he was Karl Malone.
He was
called him Karl.
It was
He
a
called him
K
Karl.
with a small K.
And he was Karl Malone, and he took that ass whooping just like the mailman normally does.
Tried
I
to
don't wanna hear-
piggyback.
I don't wanna
He
hear
tried to
any-
piggyback off Kobe.
I don't want to hear any excuses about they were this or they were that. No, they got whooped.